Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush and we are here tonight to fulfill a prophecy. The prophecy was told to us on Tuesday at our class about blitzing juices when we made a cocktail with some orange juice that we blitzed in a blender. From there, my chat went crazy and somehow we landed on a cocktail called the Blitzed Iguana. Roger G, who follows this show pretty closely, thought it was interesting that we only eat the oranges that fall out of our tree. We don't pick oranges, and he wished us luck if we ever found our way to a tropical place that had a cold snap, because the things that fall out of trees there are iguanas. So we're now going to be blitzing an iguana. No, there's no iguana. No iguanas will be hurt in the making of this cocktail. Hopefully, I can't guarantee an iguana will not walk across the bar as I'm chopping something. I'll chop its little finger off. I cannot guarantee that's going to happen, but that is not my intention. Let me say hello to Bourbon School 100. Just came across the channel on my feed and had to check it out. We absolutely love making cocktails. Oh, goodness gracious, Bourbon School. You're going to love this then, because that's kind of all we do. And then it's just me chatting. Okay, so let's get into it. We want to make a cocktail that is green. We want an iguana cocktail to be green. So almost everything that I'm going to be adding in here is going to be green. However, because of the origin of this cocktail, it started off from a blitzing of orange juice cocktail. We are going to be using some fresh orange juice in here. We're going to be sort of helping that orange juice out with another orange ingredient, which of course is going to be some orange curacao. So I have a thought on this. Let me just bring it up real quick, just because we're now in a real show, not post show. Let me just put me down here. That's me. And then let me bring up this thing right here. Over on our Facebook on Dr. Cush's Exotic After Hours. This is our good friend Roger, who made a very, very good. It sounds good. I didn't try it. He made a really interesting looking cocktail. It glows green. That's what we're looking for. So if you guys want to try Roger's, that is that right there. He uses some Pandan. He is all over the place with some very cool ingredients. So that's one version of a blitzed iguana. There is no solid version. We're going to be trying our version of a blitzed iguana here. And since we will be blitzing it, we are going to bring out one of these guys. This is our blitzer. Some people call them blenders. I don't. Why would I do that? Silly. It's a blitzer. We're blitzing. That's what we're doing. Okay. So in order to start this, we have to start off with the ingredients that need to go into this. If this was a cocktail competition and they said a big orange juice needs you to make a cocktail, so get out big orange juice. We got to start with some orange juice. There's always got to be some rules. This is one of the rules. We are going to go ahead and put in 1 full ounce of some orange juice. Now, we're putting it into the blender because we're blitzing it. Orange juice is a problem in cocktails. It's too heavy. It doesn't really fit in a lot of things. Anytime you find orange juice in a cocktail, be a little worried. We're going to be blitzing it by blending it real quick, vroom, 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 and adding some air into it. That's why we're putting it in here. We could shake really, really hard and bring some of that into it, but that is not what we're doing. Okay. I want to back this orange juice up by adding some orange liqueur to it. We have to sweeten this thing up. We're going to be putting a bunch of lime into this as well. So we're just going to be balancing this out. I am going to be, since we're already spending $1,000 on this cocktail by using green curacao, instead of using a white triple sec or a clear triple sec, we're going to skip that. We're going to just jump right into the good stuff. This is my favorite of the orange liqueurs. This is Creole Shrub, and it is, I think, going to match fairly well with our liqueur. This is liqueur. Sugar. What makes a liqueur? Liquor, no sugar. Fairly easy to remember. We're going to be putting in about 1/2 ounce of some orange curacao just to help out this orange a little bit. Give it just a little backbone. What did I say? Chartreuse. What did I say? Something else? I meant chartreuse. Whatever I said earlier, I meant chartreuse. That's what I meant. I say a green curacao? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Somebody put in the comment what I said, because I have to clear this up. All right. This is everything that's going in here that is not going to be green. Everything else we want in this cocktail is going to end this cocktail green. It's an iguana, so we got to green it up. So, obviously, I did say green curacao. Green chartreuse. We're going to start over here with some limes. Why not? Nice, big, thick green limes. Limes are becoming harder and harder to deal with and find at a cheap price, so these ones are looking a little sickly. We are going to do our Constante Riviera Vert cutting of these guys. We're just going to slice these up, really get all the juice out of here that we can. I think we're going to be putting in, my goal is to put in about an ounce of some lime juice. Now, we may not get a full ounce, but we're still not going to measure. Come on, home bar. We're going to squeeze by hand in here, making sure that all of the oils on the outside get into the drink and stay into the drink. That's why we squeeze by hand all of our limes, as opposed to with one of those little elbows. It is a little bit more work intensive, but stop it. And we're going to have a drink after this. Once we're done with this, get a drink. Tell me something else that's better than that. Money. I suppose if you work and get money, then you can buy your own drink. That's not what we're doing today. Instead, we are going to squeeze all of our limes in here. Doing great. Look at all this. Okay. All right. Now, that's our green sour. We're balancing out the half sour that is orange juice plus the full sweet that is curacao. We are going to bitter this up. If we're going to think about how this cocktail is going to be built, we want to think about it in terms of a punch, right? This is very punchy that we're doing. So remember, 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak, and a little spice to make it all nice. That's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and grab some green chartreuse. Now, the green chartreuse versus the orange juice is not going to give us the green color that we're looking for. Green chartreuse will do everything it can to green up your drink, but it's going to lose, all right? It's going to give us some green, but it's going to lose in the color department. So we have other things we want to put in here. We're going to start with an ounce of some green chartreuse. A glug, 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 glug. It's a little green. It's a little green. Not the greenest. Kind of just looks like bad orange juice at this point. That's fine. It's fine. Still working on it. What else is green? What else can we add in here that is green? Mint? Absolutely. We could put mint in here, but that would mean that I could only make this drink once, because I will kill this mint. Kyle came in today and tutted at me because the mint did not look good. I had forgotten to water it. I will kill this mint eventually. This is just how this works. So we're not going to do mint. Green chartreuse and mint certainly does do well together, but I don't think it's the best choice for this. Instead, we're going to grab over here. Now, this is a bottle of absinthe. This is sponsored by our great friends, Amy and Alan Nordstrom. It is green. The green that's the flavor that the absinthe is going to be adding to this is going to help to bitter this cocktail, or to spice up. If we think about the punch, a little spice to make things nice is the spice we're putting in here, right? A little wormwood, a little anise. A couple dashes should be fine. 2 dashes I think will be good. It's going to look like 4. This is a half dasher, so 1, 2. Just to add what we got. All right. So then the big debate that myself, Roger, and our very good friend Shawnee P, have been going over is what booze should go in here. What kind of liquor should we put in here? Bourbon, I don't think will work. It's going to add too much darkness to it. It's going to sort of cloud up this whole thing. That's not what we want. The ones that I think are working so far are going to be gin. I think gin would be nice. We have a very nice blue gin back here, an iris flavored gin we could do. Tequila would go really well in here because, of course, if we're going to talk about, well, I've told you what my last ingredient is, but if we're talking about the terroir and what grows together, goes together, tequila does very well with the lime. It'll do very well with our last ingredient. It'll do very well with the whole thing. Tequila, I think, is a very good option for this. Rum would also be a very good option. The lime, the rum, we're sort of making a daiquiri, like a daiquiri into a punch. Also go really well. I have a different idea. It turns out that this stuff right here, Pisco Porton, is a green most, or must, mostly green. I don't know what mosto means, but I do know that it's green. I have a feeling that this Pisco is made from green grapes. I got to take a guess. I probably should have looked into this before the show started. I didn't. We're going to use Pisco, kind of a fun intersection between rum, between tequila, somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the midst of brandy and all the rest of this. We find ourselves in Pisco territory. I think Pisco will do well. So that's what we're doing. It's got a very nice smell. Pisco and chartreuse seem to be very good friends. They might be pen pals. I don't know. I know that they speak mostly Spanish where they make Pisco. I know they speak mostly French where they make chartreuse. Romance languages. Maybe they understand each other. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I don't know what they're writing to each other. They won't let me read their letters. We're going to be putting in 1 full ounce of some Pisco. There we go. This is Peruvian Pisco, in case anybody was wondering what kind of Pisco I was putting in here. All right, well, now we're kind of here. Not really a green drink. Even if we give it a little stir, get all that, all of the specific gravities sort of mixing well. We don't really have a green drink. All right, well, dang. Sat, and I thought. So I sat underneath the Bodhi tree, and I thought, oh my goodness, what could possibly make this into an iguana drink? And then I thought, what else falls from trees? Where I went. What else falls from trees? I said to myself. And I said, you know what falls from trees? Avocados. Avocados fall from trees. Avocados, in a lot of places where iguanas live, avocados are grown. So I went to the store and I bought myself an avocado. So this is going to be an avocado cocktail. The avocado is going to give us creaminess. And since we are blending this avocado up, it should help to keep all of our juices in here blitzed. Because it's going to be thicker, it will it'll take on that air and it'll keep that air from escaping. That's my thought. Also, it'll turn this very green. So we're going to take a 1/4 of an avocado here. Let's see how we did with this avocado. To be very honest with you, what happened with this one is I stole my wife's avocado, and she was less than pleased about my stealing of an avocado. So then I had to go buy another avocado, which is now sitting in our case. I got the old avocado. My wife got the new avocado. So that is what we're doing. We're going to take this avocado and we're going to toss this in here. This is my thought for the cocktail. We have 1 of sour. We have, which is lime juice. We have 2 of sweet. Really, we have curacao, which is going to be adding some sweet to it. The chartreuse, which is going to be adding some sweet to it. Plus, we have a half sweet in the orange juice that is going to be there. Now, the orange juice is also going to help us in our formula. If we just want to think like we are scientists behind the bar, that is also going to help us with our 4 of weak. Plus, we have 2 different liquors in here, or 1 liquor, 1 liqueur, which is going to bring us into our 3 of strong. This is my thought on this. No, it does not contain pandas. It does not contain pandan. It does not contain a lot of the things that I think really worked with Roger's cocktail, and very excited to see how Shawnee attacks this cocktail. But this is my thought on it. So we are going to get this in here, and we're going to blitz it. We are not going to do this with ice in here. We do not want this to be a frosty, icy cocktail. All we're using this for is to blend everything together and hopefully get all of that green color out. Let's bring in our cam right here. There we go. And a 1 and a 2. And here we go. Okay. I talk about this a lot. It's a little weird how much I talk about it. I don't love when cocktails turn out pea colored. I don't like that. It's for some reason, if a cocktail comes in and it puts in front of me, I'm weirded out by pea colors. I also now, as I was coming up with this little drink here, I thought, oh my God, if I put a thick cocktail in front of somebody and tell them that it is an iguana, that also might be off-putting. It might be off-putting. So if we put this in front of them just like this, well, it might sort of just feel like we blended an iguana. No good. Let's just throw this right here. You can see it is a very thick cocktail. It is very green. It smells very good. Oh my goodness. It smells excellent. So we have what we're going to be putting into our glass, but I want this to be thinner. So how do we thin something out? Well, every cocktail that we know of has some sort of water added to it, whether it's by the distiller or by us. We are going to be watering this cocktail down by shaking it. It's not a big surprise. We're not blowing the roof off of anything. We're not, solving the world's problems. We're just going to take some of this ice. We're going to let's put our ice in first. Let's follow proper procedure. Some of my ice melted recently, so I had all this, oh, there it goes. I had all this nice clear ice. It's still clear, it's just much smaller. Put 2 of these little clear ices in here. Throw this back down here, and then we will pour our drink in to our cocktail right there. Oh, it smells so gosh darn good. Boop. Yes, very, very thick. Sadly, I thought of High C Ghostbuster Ecto Cooler, which I used back in college when somebody bet me I couldn't make a green drink without Midori. That I love that Ecto Cooler. If you guys watch The Bear, I think he creates Ecto Cooler on the show. Really want that recipe. We're gonna give this a big shake. We're gonna add a second layer of whipping to this. We want to shake this nice and hard. Because of how thick this is, we're gonna shake for a little longer than we normally would because this avocado, we don't want anybody thinking, oh my God, there's a non-zero chance that this person has just taken a frozen iguana and thrown it into my glass. We do not want anybody thinking that. We don't want them thinking that, even a little bit. Even if our garnish is definitely going to be a little iguana tail sticking out of it. We don't want that. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a big whip shake. We're not going to get rid of all the ice in here, but we're going to try and get rid of some of it. Here we go. There we go. Okay, that's pouring a little better. All right, now glass. What glass? I want to serve this one up. Put it in one of these guys. Probably a little too much liquid in here. We might have to do a little sidecar on the side. We did not worry too much about wash line on this first one. We might have to adjust all the stuff here in a minute, but here we go. This is our cocktail right there. It's going to have a fairly thick consistency. That's not too bad. We're a little over on the wash line. We'll find a way. We'll say our prayers later. We'll do our Hail Marys and our full of graces and make up for it. Okay, this right here, a beautiful bright green cocktail. Yes, just in time for the 5K shake or 50K shake. What? Because the iguanas are down? I don't know. Thank you, Amy. I was hoping somebody would say that. Avocado peel solves the iguana scale issue garnish. I thought about using the peel. I thought maybe that would also be gross. Please don't just give me your trash. That's one of my rules for garnishes. That seems like giving trash. So instead, we are going to take one of these guys. This is just a lime. And we are going to take our channel knife and we are going to really cut deep into this so that we get a bit of a tail. There we go. We have our iguana tail. I'm going to just wrap this around. And there we go. As if an iguana has accidentally fallen. Oh, dang. I had a whole thing. 1 second. My producer reminded me to do this, and then I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Let's just go here real quick. This is, of course, when iguanas fall. When it gets really cold, we have, imagine... It's freezing. You're somewhere tropical. You got your board shorts on. You got your little Tivas on. You're walking to someplace, and then suddenly it gets cold. Ooh! And what do you hear? All you hear is, the hell was that? What's falling? This is much scarier when it's bigger. Are those iguanas falling from trees? Ooh, terrifying. If that's the place that you find yourself in a very cold yet tropical place, the blitzed iguana, I feel like, is going to be your best bet. Let's see how we did. Very nice. The absinthe comes through. Probably could do 1 dash of absinthe. It's just a touch much. I think that the pisco is a good choice on this. Pisco kind of disappears into it. The green chartreuse is really the star of this one. Both versions of orange definitely come through. Oh, yes. Shawnee, please tell me what your recipe is. We'd love to hear what you got going on. This is my version of the Blitzed Iguana. There are other versions in the world right now. Roger G and Shawnee both have one. Try them all, and we will go from there. Okay, this is Shawnee's. 2 ounces of Blanco tequila. Yeah, the Del Santo instead of chartreuse. Half lime juice. Half ounce Blitz orange juice, agave syrup, pretty good. 1 ounce, 1 bar spoon blue curacao. Oh, and jalapeno slices. Blue curacao, because when it mixes with the lime, it will turn it green. Depending on which curacao you use. Bowls, not so much, but some other ones will certainly turn green. It's freezing in here. Let's get out of the... here. Let's just pop on over to a volcano real quick, just to warm ourselves up. There we go. Only De Kuiper. Yeah, so De Kuiper will turn green, which is great. Normally, when you add a blue curacao to a drink, you want it to turn blue. De Kuiper will turn green, so this is actually better for you, Shawnee, especially for this drink if you want it to be nice and green. Plus, I think the jalapeno slices will be very nice in there. Obviously, kind of what you're looking for, what you're looking at right here is a version of the margarita. You know, you got the agave. You have the blue curacao, which, you know, instead of the Cointreau, you're throwing that in there. Plus the orange juice is going to help that Cointreau. Yeah, you have built a very you've built a cocktail that sounds exactly like it is a cocktail, and that's honestly that's what we're looking for. Then all we're doing is taking something that we like, throwing it in there. I had a goal, which was to make this green. The avocado was where we went with mine, but I do think that the blue curacao will do very well. And Rogers over here, right there. Rogers, that is, let me bring my thing right here. This is Rogers. Also turned out very nice and green. You guys have taken the assignment. You did it very well, and very, very impressed with the versions of these cocktails that you guys are turning in. Let's get back to normal if we could. Very, very impressed with the way that you guys are doing this. You guys are thinking like bartenders. You are finding cocktails that exist already and adding a problem to them, and then using the ingredients that you have to solve those problems. And really, in the end, that's all that works. Yeah, the flavors, I'm sure the flavors work perfectly together. Yeah, post that on the after hours. If you guys aren't part of Dr. Cush's exotic after hours, I think you should be. The code to get in there, we're trying to keep that community nice and small. Only people that know about it. I get probably 10 people a week that try and join the community. I only let people in if they actually answer the questions. So if you guys are inviting people that you think would be good there, please, first of all, make sure they would actually be good there. And then second of all, the code is Kyle. A very interesting drink. Big chartreuse, which is great. On second, as it warms up a little bit, I'm definitely getting the pisco. So the pisco does work in there. Tequila would work in here too. Probably an agricole rum would also work very well in here. I think probably even a gin would work in here. So that's what I got. I will do homework and try these iguana cocktails. Yes, the Iguana Falls will be my name. The Iguana Falls will be my name. I love that. The hell was that? Does avocado flavor come through? What's up, Frank Explorations? Does the avocado flavor come through? No, in fact, Frank, that is a really good question. The avocado, you don't taste avocado in this. The avocado is really the same way that like egg white doesn't come through as a taste. The avocado is really just giving it a consistency that's sort of counterbalancing. We set up a problem, which was that orange juice is bad in cocktails, and we wanted to find a way to combat that. I feel like the avocado is helping the orange juice consistency, and there we go. Yes, cheers to our good Frank and welcome. Bon, if a frozen iguana falls from a tree, does it make a sound? It does, as a matter of fact, and it makes this sound. And sometimes it makes this sound. If you hear that sound when an avocado or when an iguana falls out of a tree, run. That's probably not the strongest one, and it's huge. You don't want to get eaten by an iguana ever. Cool. Yes, please. I may take a couple of days, but I will give it a try as well. Yeah, please, guys, head on over to the after hours and post your cocktails. The only thing, yes, duck, indeed, duck. The only thing that you have to have in here is some blitzed orange juice, some orange juice that has been blended, as well as green chartreuse. Beyond that, there is a lot of other things you can do with this cocktail. So keep posting your versions of the Blitzed Iguana, and I will continue. We will most likely here, once everybody has gotten a chance at it, we will do a version of everybody's. I do have to find some Pondon, because Roger with his Pondon. That's what I got with you. My theory behind the original version is that Trader Vic's solved the OJ problem by adding lemon juice and orgeat in several of his more famous cocktails. That's, yeah. All the pilots and whatnot have a little bit of orange juice. And whatnot. Yeah, and Roger, I am still working on a theory that I have no basis for. I've never read any papers. I have no reason to believe this. I believe over the past 100 years, orange juice has changed flavors. I believe that orange juice used to be a little bit more sour, and now it's a little bit more sweet. And when you use it as a sour, that's great. When you try and use it when you used to use it as a sour, it probably was great, you know, gave an extra depth to your version of the sour. When you use it as a sweet now, which is really where it falls, it doesn't hold up. So that is what I got for you. Funniest thing I've heard lately was somebody gathering frozen iguanas and putting them in their car when they warmed. It got crazy in a hurry. Yeah, they don't die. That's not the sound of an iguana dying. That is the sound of a very sleepy iguana falling from a tree, and then a big one. As an Arizona Cardinal fan, can you please explain to me, a Minnesota fan, what level of excitement it should be? 0. Listen, I am a big Arizona Cardinal fan. I'm so sorry to my Minnesota Vikings fans who will now be taking on $36 million of Arizona Cardinal money because we didn't want him. We didn't want Kyler Murray that much. Yes, forlorn. I'm also a Vikings fan. I was a Vikings fan as a little kid, so it stuck with me. I am very sorry, forlorn, about us unloading Kyler to you. We're not going to be any better, but don't. maybe we should just skip football season this year. All right, guys, that is the show. Here's the deal. I have an event on Tuesday. I will probably be able to broadcast from the event, hopefully. But of course, Tuesday is St. Patrick's Day, one of the 3 big drinking days of the year. For those of you who are new to the channel, we do a thing every St. Patrick's Day where I will do some sort of Irish cocktail situation, and the entire time I will speak in the worst Irish accent of all time. It's very much the Lucky Charms of Irish accents, but I will commit to it. And I will not break it. I will talk to you guys for that long. So we're going to be doing that show on Saturday. It'll be a little bit before the St. Patrick's Day, like 4 days before. But we will be here on Saturday doing Irish stuff. So hopefully you guys are not sick of green drinks at this point. But we will be back here on Saturday for the Irish show. And after that, that is what I got. Thank you to everybody new that tuned in. Bourbon School and Frank. Thank you guys both for tuning in. Just so you know, we do classes live here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And if we don't do them those days, then we do them Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, or Sundays. We try and get 3 cocktail classes in here a week where we just sort of hang out and make cocktails. Usually it's a cocktail. Usually it's like 45 minutes to make a cocktail. But yeah, I don't have anybody ordering drinks here. So tune in there. We'll be back here on Saturday for our Irish show where we'll be doing something with the Irish. Last year we did an Irish battle box where I learned that horrible whiskey broke my battle box streak. We won't even say its name, proper something or other. Until next time, until Saturday, thank you guys so much for showing up. And please send me all of your specs for your blitzed iguanas. Cool? Cool. I feel like that's cool. Until next time. This is gonna just kill one more iguana on the way out. Until next time, what do we always say?
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
We're gonna find him one day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Bye!
Goodbye.
Okay. Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer. I'm having a party, and you're invited. How are you today? drive me crazy? Bye!
Goodbye.
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
How about pretty please?
Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. What? Okay.
Today's secret
Word is? Okay. Okay! Okay. 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 Well, my mistake. Why didn't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
When did you discover that you were so beautiful?
Bye! 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 Are you trying to drive me crazy? Bye!